The story of a mother who left her baby in the forest, who was then raised by Goro, a large Kingkong. Over time, Lina, the girl who grew up with forest animals, must face the threat of humans destroying their home. Can Lina protect the forest and her family, or must she choose the difficult path? Follow the story until the end, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting stories. In a remote village surrounded by dense forest, a young woman named Mira lives in poverty and social oppression. Her life changes drastically when her partner leaves her while she is pregnant. The presence of this innocent baby becomes a symbol of a burden she cannot bear. On a dark, moonless night, Mira makes a decision she never imagined before. With a broken heart, she took her baby into the forest. Under a big shady tree, he placed the baby on a wide banana leaf. With tears that didn't stop flowing, Mira whispered, "I'm sorry, Mother," before leaving her child and returning to the village. As morning dawned, the sound of a baby crying echoed through the forest trees. The sound caught the attention of a large Kingkong named Goro, the ruler of the forest who is respected by all the forest dwellers. Goro approached the source of the sound carefully. In front of him, he found a small human baby crying loudly. Although he was a wild animal, there was something about the baby that made Goro feel the need to protect him. Gently, he picked up the baby and carried him to his nest at the top of the tallest tree in the forest. Goro didn't know much about humans, but he knew that the baby needed food and protection. He began feeding it soft fruits and making sure it was kept warm in its nest. As the days passed, the baby grew healthy. Goro named it Lina, a simple name derived from the language of the forest dwellers. Lina learned to crawl, walk, and climb trees like the animals around her. Her body became strong and agile, with skin tanned from living in the sun. Even though she was human, Lina felt like part of the forest community. One day while Lina was playing by the river, she saw her own reflection on the surface of the water. For the first time, she realized that she was different from Goro and the other animals. However, she did not know what that difference meant. Soon after, a group of hunters from the village entered the forest. They were looking for wood and game, but what they found was a little girl moving quickly through the trees. The hunters were shocked, but Lina, who felt threatened, immediately ran away. Although afraid, Lina began to be curious about the humans. She observed them from a distance, trying to understand who they were and why they looked like her. The presence of humans brings great threats to the forest. They cut down large trees, pollute rivers, and hunt animals for meat or skin. The animal community, led by Goro, feels threatened. Goro leads the resistance. The animals use natural traps, such as dropping tree branches or tricking humans into getting lost. However, humans have weapons and heavy equipment that make them much stronger. Lina, who is caught between two worlds, feels confused. On one hand, she wants to protect the forest and Goro, who has become her family. On the other hand, she is curious about the human world that feels foreign but familiar. The conflict escalated when the hunters discovered Goro's nest. They considered the giant Kingkong to be the biggest threat in the forest. Lina learned of this plan and tried to stop them. With incredible courage, Lina appeared before the hunters, standing between Goro and their weapons. She begged them to stop destroying the forest and explained that the forest was home to many innocent creatures. One of the hunter leaders, moved by Lina's words, decided to listen to her. After a long discussion, humans and forest dwellers reached an agreement. They agreed to take forest resources wisely without damaging the ecosystem. After the conflict subsided, Lina was taken to the village by one of the hunters who was curious about her origins. In the village, Lina attracted the attention of many people. An old woman recognized Lina's face and realized that she was Mira's child, who had mysteriously left the village. When this news reached Mira, she felt a mixture of guilt and happiness. She approached Lina and tried to explain her reasons for leaving the baby. Lina, who was initially confused, finally understood her mother's difficult decision, but she still felt more connected to the forest. After some time, Lina decided to return to the forest. She felt that her place was there, with Goro and the other animal communities. However, she did not forget the human world. Lina became a bridge between the two worlds, teaching humans to live in harmony with nature. At the top of the tree where she grew up, Goro remains her protector. Lina grows up to be a symbol of harmony between humans and nature, teaching that maintaining balance is the key to a better future.